This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
In the wake of Donald Trump's leadership in the United States, several disparate groups of Republican light, former Republicans have banded together to put ads out attacking the Republican Party. The Lincoln Project, most famously. But there's another group I've talked about. They have billboards. They used to, weeks ago, had billboards all over the city calling Kevin McCarthy out for not testifying or trying to refuse to testify before the January 6th committee. The Republican Accountability Project is the name of the group. And they are airing next week. They're advertising that they are going to air an ad on Fox News during Fox and Friends, only here in the Washington, D.C. market. But they're going to air this ad that I'm going to play for you. And then we're going to talk about it. But first I want to read this 2 paragraphs from Yahoo News that talks about, it's a statement from one of the directors of the group and what their objective is here. And I'm conflicted. I've talked about my distrust of the Lincoln Project people, that I believe it is just a grift, raising money, that the efficacy that they claimed to bring to the party was that they were going to convince Republican voters to not vote for Donald Trump. Well, not only did that not happen, more Republican voters voted for Trump in 2020 than in 2016. So they failed. But they're becoming famously rich while doing it. People disagree. I get emails all the time when I say that. It's okay. We can disagree. Here's a little bit about this particular ad that I'm getting ready to play you. Quote, this is from Yahoo News, quote, this ad shows the ridiculous lengths these Republicans will go to try to remain in Trump's good graces, Sarah Longwell, the organization's executive director, said in a news release. They know Trump's lies about the 2020 election and actions on January 6th were wrong, but they lack the courage to take a stand and say they won't support him. The Republican Accountability Project, a group of never-Trump conservatives, have been calling out members of the GOP who enabled the former president, especially during and after the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol that was carried out by his supporters. The group has taken out ads against House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, which I just mentioned, Representative Paul Gosar, the vile white supremacist, and others, and has vowed to support candidates who challenge Trump's enablers in the primaries. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Here's that ad. The most effective of these ads is when there's a little humor injected. I love the final 5 or 6 seconds of it. We'll talk about that particular moment on the other side. Watch this.
If you're tired and feeling lonely.
Every day, prominent Republicans across the country tell us the threat that Donald Trump poses to our democracy.
January 6th was a riot that was incited by Donald Trump.
President Trump is responsible for provoking the events of the day.
They say Donald Trump is out of touch with reality.
He was livid and shaking and, showed a detachment from reality.
But sadly, these same Republicans say they will vote for him again.
If the president was the party's nominee, would you support him?
Absolutely.
The line of supporting Donald Trump starts behind me.
It's inconceivable to me that I wouldn't vote for the Republican nominee.
These Republicans are suffering from partisan derangement syndrome. At this point in the ad, I would tell you to call this number so you can help these deranged partisan Republicans. But sadly, they're too far gone.
Okay, cut.
Yeah? Didn't Bill Barr just say verbatim that he's out of touch with reality? Right? And then they want to give him nuclear codes? What the f***?
Okay, great. All right.
That could have been the entire ad at the end there. That Bill Barr just said Donald Trump is out of touch with reality, yet, if he's the nominee, I'm going to vote for him. Let's give someone who's out of touch with reality the nuclear codes. Let's give him the authority to be commander-in-chief of the armed forces of these United States of America. Fantastic idea, Bill Barr. You wretched coward. And that goes for the rest of them. The Mitch McConnells, all of these people who are enabling Donald, who handed over control of the Republican Party to him, and now desperately want him gone, but just won't say it. Cowardice. Just absolute weaklings. Moral, physical, and otherwise. What do you think, though? I would absolutely love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. The absolute quickest way, though, to have a conversation about this is in the comments of this video. If you have something to say, let's mix it up. Let's, one, be respectful. This is a YouTube comment section, and we could be maybe the only YouTube comment section on the entirety of the site that is not a blazing dumpster fire. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. That is sometimes a good time. Sometimes it's miserable. And ask yourself a question. Do I do something for you? Do I bring you some value? Do you appreciate what I do? If I do, if the answers to those questions is yes, please consider supporting my work, helping produce what I do here. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those support what I do here as well as the podcast, but also support here. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.